Alright, I don't really know how to start this video off other than, kind of just doing a video on how I do my edits. I mean, I know my edits aren't necessarily the greatest, but I mean, if you want to be able to do stuff like what I do, I guess this is a good spot. Okay, so far what I'm doing right now, I'm actually just doing an edit for Matt right now, just because I didn't really have any clips and he wanted me to make an edit for him. So sorry if the music is a little louder than my voice. I don't know how to really equalize it on here. But yeah, so right now, the edit that I have right now, I have most of this done, but I'm just going to show how I edit these clips right here. So here, I'll try and show you a little preview of what I have done.
Started from the bottom, now we way up, way up. And I got that baddie bitch, she stays up, stays up. Ain't no fucking playing, we ain't game boys. Now we got a name, they wanna frame us. Make sure that you keep the third eye. All these niggas ain't gon' ride. All these hoes gon' wanna side. Now they playing both sides. Man, a nigga traumatized. Mama told me, baby, don't cry.
So yeah, that's what I have for now. So sorry if it was a little jittery right there. This computer isn't really necessarily like ready for all of this like editing and recording at the same time because this is a 2014 laptop. So I mean, I'm kind of dealing with what I have. So I'll try and kind of show you mostly like how I do this stuff. Some of the transitions and stuff I won't really have like in the description because I downloaded them a long time ago, and I don't really even use the transition as much because I just want to keep it like smooth and not have like that much going on in the background. But yeah, so I'll show you how to do like most of these effects, like the glow effect. But yeah, so then I have the start of this clip right here, and then I have another clip right over here that I'm going to try and feed into this one. So like, let's see, here's what I have right here. So yeah, I only have this part really done right there, but, oh yeah, and also, if I'm using Final Cut Pro, and I'm just going to assume that you guys know, like, if you're like watching this, that you mostly know, like, what I'm, like, the base of, like, Final Cut, like, most of the controls and everything. I'm not going to be, like, explaining how, like, the whole thing works. But, I mean, if you have it, and you know what you're doing, then that's great. But yeah, so most of this is going to be, like, personal preference, like, how you're going to be doing it. Because, like, obviously you want to hit, like, all the good beats, like, with little, like, fast forward and then slow down, like, fast, slow, or, like, fast, slow, do, like, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it without, like, just without being really confusing, but, like, you hear, like, fast, like, you kind of want to do, like, little pulses, like, boom, 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 and, like, you want to, like, feed that right into the other one, like this clip right here. So he's gonna hit it. He hits the shot right here. It's just a nice little quick scope, and then later he gets another kill right there. So I'm gonna either try and I'm gonna have him get this kill right here, and then this other clip right here. He gets a kill a little bit in front of it. So I'm gonna try and feed it together and make it look like it's the same exact clip. So yeah. So here's what. So first off, I'll just mostly just show you how I get this like little like retime and stuff done. But yeah. So usually whenever I'm doing this like sort of stuff, like when I go forward, I usually go like 12 to 20 frames forward, and I usually make it go 300% speed, just because that usually makes it like nice and like fast and like kind of cuts out some unneeded part. So sorry if I like stop talking a little while. I have to like I have to like think of like what I'm trying to do. And then right here, so I'm just gonna go. So like I'm like right on time with this, so I'm just gonna go like 3 frames back. And I'm going to do Shift B to make it cut in the timing. And I'm going to go, like, let's see, I'll just go 14 frames forward. It's usually kind of just random, but I mean, here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So actually at 20. And I'm there. Just going to go to custom speed. Here we go. Nope. Okay, I don't know what it's doing right there. Here, so custom. And then I'll go to 300% speed. Nope, not 0, 300. So when you see right here, but like it kind of goes like right down. So like you can see how that looks a little awkward. So I'm just gonna try and slow this down. So and usually when I'm going like this, I would usually recommend probably like 5 frames forward. Usually you can go a little farther than that, but I feel like if you go like 20 frames forward, it's gonna be like 40 frames, which is gonna be just longer than a second. Which it depends. Obviously, it entirely depends on what you're doing before. But I mean, this is going to be like the best that you like. I feel like it's going to be the best, most smooth without looking too like choppy or too like way too slow. So I'm just going to go 5 frames forward ish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I just want like 7 frames forward. So usually you want this to be like twice as long as this. So obviously if I'm always going to slow it down to 50% because I feel like that's the best. But right here, you usually want this, like, when you chop this part right here, you want this part, I just put it in the screen like you guys can see it, but like right here. So you see this part right here, this part, and this part are almost like the same length, but obviously when I do this, it's going to be twice the length. But yeah, you usually want like the fast to be like half the length of the slow. So like watch. Like it, boom, boom. And then I'm going to have it cut down a little more. Because like this is kind of just other random stuff right here. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So where he's on the ground. So like that looked, I mean, like pretty smooth. Not like crazy smooth, but I mean, it kind of cut it out of there because it didn't really need that. And then whenever I'm doing like an ADS, usually for most shots, I'm gonna make it go 300% speed the whole or 400% speed the whole way through, like scoping in, hitting the shot, and then zooming out, just because then it has like the little like boom, like a short little ADS thing. But for right here, I'm just gonna put it all the way until he's done ADSing. I'm gonna cut that right there. I'm gonna go 200% speed. I think actually I'll just go 260, just go a little faster. So for some reason it added some more onto the clip, which I don't really know why I did that. Let's do this. And normally it doesn't do that, but it's bugging out a little bit. Alright, so let's line these back up. And I usually like to do them over a gap, just because then if I do these together, this is going to be like connected to the audio, and if I delete a part and the audio is like hooked onto here, it gets a little messed up and like messes up the timing. So if you want to get a thing, I think it's just option E, but if it's not there, or if that's not it, then just go to edit, and then if you go all the way down, it should be insert placeholder or something like that, and then insert gap. So you see that. And then I'm gonna, so this part is like mostly on time, so we'll see. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and get this part, get it on time right here. So I'm just gonna cut this right here, because he's already he's already lined up. So right there is when he takes a shot, so I'm just going to go like one frame back. Right there. So it should just look like this. Alright, so that looked choppy really quick. Hold on. I just need to render this out, so just give me a second. I'll trim the video right here just because. Sorry if it's also getting a little long. I don't know how to shorten this up without missing out anything. So I'll just leave this be really quick. Alright, so this is mostly done rendering. So this is what we have right now. So you can see it's not like anything like got cut out really important right there. I just like to make the ADS like shorter, not like to make it look like, oh, the shot was any cooler or anything, but it's mostly just to get like the, I don't know, just make it look nicer. Not necessarily like make the clip look any cooler, but just to make it look, just because you don't want to sit in the ADS for so long. It's just a stylistic thing. So and I'm also just going to make the ADS, or like unzoom out, the zoom out, I'm going to make that faster too, like I always do. So like he's done right about there. So let's do that. Oh wait, I'm just collecting on all the clips. Okay. So we have that first one there. And then just about done right there. So let's go to about 200% speed. Alright, so there's that. Some like this edit for some reason is just harder for me to figure out what I know what I want to do. Like I always have like an idea of how I want to do like the little fast, slow, and stuff like that. But I don't know. I just can't figure it out now. So I'm just gonna go 2 frames after this, and then make it go slow for about 5 frames. I think that was 5. Oh, I don't know why it slowed down that much. I didn't even do that. But yeah, so you always want to do like a fast and then a slow right after that. You'll figure it out eventually. I mean, if you watch like my edits, you'll see like how I go fast and slow, like right after the other. I mean, you can always find other like videos or like tutorials on like how to like do your speed ramping. I'm not the greatest with it. I kind of just know like I don't know. It's not like I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like I'm not the greatest with like the speed ramping with like this sort of stuff. Like I don't know how to I don't know like the technique for all of it. I kind of just do what seemed like it would make it smooth. And then right here is where I want to, like, around here is where I want to get the next shot done, right on this beat right here. So I'm just going to cut it off right here, just because there's nothing else after this clip, I don't think, right? Anything else? No, nothing else after. And then there's a second clip right here. So let's trim this to where I want it. So there's the first kill right there. So I don't need any of that. So let's see.
Respect the code, but I'm sticking to the plan.
Alright, so for this one right here, I'm gonna show the ADS, and then I'm gonna immediately clip out all the stuff. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All the stuff before that, while it's zoomed in. So all the way here. So that's about zoomed in. All the way done with that. No, come on. No, I wanna try and get the custom. No, okay. I guess I have to zoom in. 2 times speed. Okay, maybe I have to leave that there just to keep it on time, but let's see. Alright, yeah, I'll cut a little bit of this out right here. Like this part, just so I can get the shot that starts right there. Right on the beat. So yeah, that looks about on time. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. That's good enough. So this, I don't know. So I have these two, like these two are perfectly on time. That's just what happened. So I don't really know how I'm gonna try and do this. So usually, I mean, I'm gonna try and do a little more with like this scope in. Like right here, I feel like for this shot, I'm probably gonna lose it being on time. But I want to make it like be like a really quick scope like this. Like so right here, he starts. Just zoom in, and then there's like it's done. So let's go 4 times speed just to make it go really fast. Trim that so it drags it across for a little while. So I just bring that here, and we'll see how smooth this is. So yeah, that doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look like an aimbot almost. Like you can see, it looks like he's just like zooming in right on him. So yeah, is that. I'm gonna make it go super fast out too, just to make it like a really short one. No, that's not what I want to do. This, and that. So yeah, sorry if this isn't like the best tutorial. I've never really done something like this. I've never tried to explain it to other people. And then this part, I want to make it like slow right after, but I want to have like a little bit of normal speed, like right there. Oops, I didn't want to go that far. Okay, so then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there, and then right here where he like pulls the bolt back, I want that part to be fast. Like he pulls it back, and then when he's all the way back, I want it to be slow again. So yeah, so like this is like perfectly on time. So on this, go 50% speed.
I might pull up.
So let's just go this. So these clips, I don't really like know how like perfect I want it to be, or like what I don't like really what I'm doing. But I'm kind of just messing around right now. A lot of these edits is just trial and error. If it looks right, then you go with it. If it doesn't look right, you just do it over again.
I might pull up. I might pull up with a.
So yeah, there's that. And now I don't really know how else to like go about like telling you guys this, because you kind of just gotta go on like when you hit a beat, or when there's a beat right there, you go with it. You go fast, and then when there's not, like you go fast, and then after that you go slow. Right after, give it a little time, and then when there's the next beat, you go fast. So I mean, I don't really know how to explain it other than that. But so the next part that I always make sure I do, I leave the volume up for now, and I find where the shot is. So let's see, where is the shot? This is like for the sound effects and stuff. So like you can see like right there is where he shoots it. So right here I got the sound effect. I don't remember where I got it, so sorry if you guys are looking for it. You can probably find like just look up Call of Duty sound effects and find a sniper shot sound effect. There's probably a bunch of free ones on YouTube. But I just don't like having all this other sound that's in the background, because there's usually a lot of white noise in the back, just like running and screaming and stuff. And I have this one right here. I have it edited. You can copy this down right here. It's a little messy, but I like having the base of it more instead of like the actual shot and stuff. More just like a boom that you hear. So I have this set up like this. Doesn't have to be exact, just however you want it. So now you hear this. So yeah, it's a little bassy. You can't really hear like the main, like all the stuff in the shot, but I just like to have a boom right on the shot. So now right here, now you gotta find the next shot. So yeah, right where you see the scope move, you want to go one frame before that, and then add the sound effect. Sometimes it works for some shots, and some shots like you might need to put it a little farther ahead. Just depends how you retimed it in the scope. So then right here, you gotta mute all these. So then right where is the shot? So the scope moves back right there. So I'm gonna go one frame behind that. Take this. Go there. Now I gotta mute this. You always want to have the clips muted. I mean, it's fine if you don't, but I mean, it just sounds a lot better without having all like the screaming it's always in the background. So now right here again, the thing moves, the scope moves right there. So you gotta go one frame before that. And copy and paste this. And also, if you retimed it or like trim the stuff, trim the sound effects with it, or else it's gonna feel a little out of place. So you just gotta bring that back. Just makes it sound a little more natural, and then also just give it a fade out, just so that's a little more natural too. So now let's finish these clips off. Oh, never mind. So that was the last kill there. So I'm just gonna trim this down for now, and then I'll find out where to stop it there. So let's see. Let's watch the whole thing again.
Too high up in the sky, ain't no way for me to land. Nigga disrespect the code, but I'm sticking to the plan. I be marching with an army, I might pull up with a.
So yeah, those are like one after the other. For if you want to find more retiming stuff, I would watch like COD edits had like a really good one. So you can probably find a video of him. But yeah, retiming stuff is just a bunch of trial and error. You just figure out like you find a spot where you want it to go fast, you go a little slower. You might need to bring it slower longer. You might need to bring it like slower for shorter. It really just depends. And then next, I'm gonna give you guys like a little bounce effect tutorial for like right on like a certain beat. I don't know why this isn't going away. Okay, there we go. So let's see. I'm trying to scroll up, but it's not working. This thing is not doing too great with all the stuff that's going on in the background. Come on. This thing needs to work. I'm doing something. You gotta work. There we go. Okay, so let's find a good beat to do it on. So I'll do it right on here for this one right here. So let's find the actual beat. Yes. Okay, this one I feel like is better right here because it's a little more on beat. Okay, so let's do right here. So like zoom in a little bit, so you can see the fast part starts right there. So I usually like to go one frame in it, but I mean sometimes it's a little different all the time. So I'm gonna make it like so. This is gonna be the middle keyframe right here, and then I'm gonna go one frame back right there. And I'm also gonna add a keyframe to the rotation too, just because that rotation gives a little better bounce. So for the first part, you leave the first keyframe just normal, just because that's the base like of the video. And then on the next keyframe, right in the middle, I usually like to zoom it in to 115%, just a little zoomed in like that. And then for the rotation, do -1%, so it gives a little rotation. And then for this, it really just depends. I usually like to go like 12 frames ahead. Sometimes it's a little much, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just gonna do 9 for now, and then I'll see how it looks after. And I also like to combine this with a glow and focus effect, and I'll show you guys that along with this too. So yeah, I like that little. Yeah. Okay. So then right here, let's go bring this up. So the glow effect. Let's go glow. So down here, the glow is gonna be crazy and all over the place. So what I'm gonna do now. Nope, this is not the right clip. Why? This is showing. Okay, there it goes. Come on. Stupid computer. No, come on. What is it doing? What? What? Okay, there we go. So now right here, this is the where? What? Okay, there it is. This thing is sorry. This thing is just crazy. So this is the first keyframe, no base keyframe where it's just the normal clip. So I usually like to bring the glow down all the way to 0. So the next keyframe, where it actually does the bounce, bring it up to 100, and then you go to the keyframe ahead where it goes back to 100, back to a normal spot. Bring the glow all the way down to 0. Let's this out. So yeah, it does a nice little boom, like little flash. Then also, if you want, you can combine that with the focus effect. Oh, I don't know what I should. Okay, focus. Right here. So it adds like a little like blur all around the sides, except for the middle, which I think that can look really nice with like a bounce, like just to emphasize like the boom. So then right here, this is like the base one where there's nothing going on. Come on, computer. There we go. Bring that back down to 0, and then go frame ahead where all the stuff is on. Add the focus to around 30 or whatever the base of it is, like whatever the normal preset is like, and then go to where it's back to normal. Add another keyframe, bring it back down to 0, and we'll check this out. I really hope that this is actually turning out well when I'm recording this and not going all over the place. But all right, I'm gonna let that render out really quick, and then I'll come back. Alright, so it's done rendering, so now let's check this out. Yeah, that looks really nice. Sometimes it looks a little bit much, but when I have the other effect that I'll show you, it looks nice. So this is effect that you have to do once you're entirely done with the clip. Like, you know that you're not going to be adjusting any more size or anything like that, because this has to be like perfectly in time with this clip. So now right here, so usually if I have a clip before, I'm going to leave this space in between these two clips right here. So I'm going to have it like reset right here. So I have the effect right there. You can see that red glow. I usually like time it up right with a shot, but then once I hit the shot, I just leave it like, I leave it how it is for like the rest of the clips until I like put a black space in there. So let's find right where the shot is. Right there. So this one you gotta go right where the shot is. Now this one I have not been able, I've only found one tutorial on it, and it was from like 7 years ago. So this is a little, if you're using this and you're looking for this effect, then hopefully you'll be happy that you actually found it. So with this clip, you're gonna have it's gonna have the same timing effect as this. It's not gonna be showing up on here just because it's a copy. So then I'm just gonna delete the glow and the focus amount, and then you can also get rid of like reset the scale and everything, because that animation will. Oh wait, never mind. Hold on. Yeah, so actually the scale effects and the rotation stuff, you leave that in, but the focus and like all the other effects that you added to this original clip, delete those. So now what you're going to do for here, in the video effects, you're going to look up threshold. Oops, sorry. So yeah, threshold. And you're going to see this sort of thing. So now I'm just going to go a few frames ahead so I can see the sky. You want to be able to see the sky. So now right here, turn the intensity all the way up to the max. And then turn the threshold. You want to get it mostly so that it shows like almost only the sky white, but you're never really going to get it perfect. So I'm just going to leave it like this, and it's also looks nice when there's like a lot of leakage of it and it's going around the rest of the clip. So now if you click right on here, hold on, I'm going to bring this back across. So right here, I usually like to put it red. Red I feel like looks the best. Red, pink, or blue looks the best. So now it's going to look like this. It's going to look a little weird. And then from the compositing, change the blend mode to add, and you're gonna see it looks a little different, but not much different. So now right here, you gotta for the video effects, go to zoom, take this, put it right in the clip. So now you're already gonna see it looks like that stuff is nice and red and glowing and all that. But to make it look even better, change the zoom from uniform to variable. Now you're gonna see all this. So I like to put it up a little higher, so like these bigger rays and everything like that goes kind of more straight across the screen. So now you're gonna see, like, you can see those light rays, that looks nice, but you don't want to see all the zoom rays. That looks a little weird. So now next, you're gonna go to in your video effects, you're gonna look up Gaussian, oops, or you can just look up blur. Oh my gosh, why does it keep bringing my taskbar up? So yeah, you can just look up, come on, blur. Why is it going all that stuff? I just want to know. Come on, just Gaussian. Okay, here it is. So you want to take your Gaussian blur and add it to this effect. Now you can see all the light rays are kind of like faded out. So I like to change the zoom amount lower so that it's not as like extended, like zooming out. And then change the blur boost a little higher like this. So now it's kind of just like a color faded across the screen and it looks really nice. And then change the amount. You can change that amount as much as you want. The more that you change it, the more like the light will go all the way across the screen. Like a little lower, it'll make it go just to normal zoom lines. I like to keep it right in the middle, and the blur boost, bring that like right in the middle here to like around 9. And now, if I'm gonna let this render out really quick, just so that it looks nice. Alright, so now it's done. So now here we go.
Too high up in the sky, ain't no way for me to land.
So yeah, you can see like that looks amazing. I mean, it looks really simple and everything, but it looks like if I turn the clip off, you can see it looks normal. It just looks like a great color blur. Like, I have never seen any other tutorial on it, so I mean, here's the place for it. If there is another tutorial, sorry if I haven't mentioned to you, but I mean, I just haven't really seen it. But yeah, it looks amazing. And then also you can just do that for the rest of your clips. Just bring that up, Alt, and drag them straight up. Make sure that they're in the same exact spot. So they're perfectly lined up right here. Oh, nope, not yet. Right there, they're perfectly lined up with their counterparts. So now right here, with all these clips, they don't have any effects on them right now. So if you just do, hold on, now if you do Command C, it copies the clip, but if you select all these other clips, do Command Shift V, this thing should pop up, and you're gonna have all those things. So I'm gonna get rid of the transform, just because it's not. I don't want to have the same like effects on there, or else it's gonna look a little weird because they're not gonna be in time, right? So I'm just gonna do paste, and I'll paste those all the effects that I had on here. As long as I had just the effects tab selected, to paste all those effects onto here, and I'm gonna render this out, and I'll show you what it looks like with all those clips done. Alright, so now it's done. So now let's check this out. So you see, that looks amazing having all that like light rays shining. And for here, I'll just show you what it looks like if I like change the color. So if I wanted to make it like blue, the blue looks nice. I would always go with a lighter color, like lighter blue. I wouldn't say green. I mean, green can obviously look great. It just depends on like what song you're doing, like how it goes in with your clips. But I mean, obviously, I think red, purplish, and light blue is like the best options for you. But yeah. So then once you do that, and then finally for like your clips that are slowed down, you can see right here, like that little slow part was a little choppy. So what I do for a lot of the clips where I actually go like pretty slow for a little longer time, if you want to make it smooth, it'll make it a little weird, like some of the stuff will get a little warped. But if you go to the retiming thing, you go all the way down to video quality and then bring it down to optical flow. You gotta let this analyze and stuff, but it'll make its own frames in between to make it like even smoother. But when it does that, it has to warp some things to make it look right. So it's gonna look a little weird. But I mean, for some spots it might look weird, but I mean it should look fine. It'll mess up a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, it's not gonna make it any blurry or anything. It's just gonna look distorted to a point, but it'll make it look so much smoother. Alright, it just finished analyzing, and once it's done analyzing, you also have to let it render out, just so that it looks smooth. But here you go. So obviously you can see that's a lot smoother, but you can also see right here, like, here, I'll try and find a good spot. Like right there, you can see it really warps all that stuff, but I mean, honestly, I feel like the smoothness of it is more important than that. Like, obviously it bounces right over there, but I mean, it's fine. And you don't have to do it on, like, on this part, like this effects part with the glow, because I mean, it's just a glow effect. It's not going to look any less smooth or anything like that. But I mean, yeah, for the most part, that's like how I do most of my clips. I mean, that's all that I do. I mean, sometimes I also add like a glow, just a normal glow effect to these things, just to make it look even brighter. Like that. It looks a little brighter, but I mean, that's really it. That's really all that I do. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else that I would add. Sometimes I add like artificial motion blur, which is literally just like I add like a second like adjustment layer or something above this. I add like a zoom blur only when I'm zooming in and only when I'm zooming out and everything like that. But that's, yeah, I mean, that's it. And if I was gonna add like artificial like motion blur, like if I was looking right, like if my character looked to his right, like from like straight in front of him to his right, I would add directional motion blur and then just add it going left while I'm turning. But I don't know. That's really it. That's everything that I do. Also, I don't necessarily know how it. Like you can just download an adjustment layer. You can just look it up online for the most part. If you add an adjustment layer, I would also recommend you download some color LUTs that you would like, because it just changes like the color to a preset, and usually like a lot of the presets look pretty nice. Sometimes they don't change anything at all. But I mean, here's it without the preset. It looks a little gray, you know. It looks normal, but I mean, if you add this, it turns the contrast up even more. It makes it look less like straight out of the game, and it look like there compared to this, it looks gray and green. But with this on, it actually looks less straight out of the game. Looks more like, I don't know how to describe it, but more like professional almost. But yeah, that's all I do. I mean, I just do whatever I just showed you guys. I do that over and over again for almost all the clips. Yeah, that's really all I do. Compared to my first edit that I made, like the look at me edit, this one's so much better. Like even like the one that I just finished, like the September one, that one was amazing. Or that one was okay. But I mean, yeah. Also, thank you guys so much. I don't even know how I hit like 175 today. Like I was at 150 like probably just like 2 weeks ago, and I'll try and post this soon. I don't know how long this is gonna be. But yeah, and also Matt's on vacation now too. I'm gonna be on vacation from this coming Wednesday. You'll probably watch it like it's probably gonna be out by the time that I'm gone, but it'll be like Wednesday to Monday. So I mean, I'll be back, and then I'll try and make a video after that. But I also have a video from me and Matt from Warzone that I'll try and edit and upload soon. But yeah, that's really it. I'm going for Damascus. I got all my pistols done yesterday. I got every single one of them done. I got them done in like 3 days. I just finished my 1911 in like half an hour this morning. I finished like 3 of my ARs recently. I'm almost done with those. I finished my Joker. I'm almost done with my Strela. But then I'm almost done with that. So I mean, yeah, that's really all that's been going on. Nothing exciting. Yeah, I've never done a video like this before, so sorry if it's been a little long, a little vague. I kind of did my best. If you edit on your phone, you can probably do this, or like if you edit on iMovie or something, I don't know for sure if you can do this, like all of this. I know you can do like retiming and stuff. It's just going to be a lot harder because you have to trim the clips instead of just trimming the sound. Like you have to do like speed clip, or you're going to have like to like edit the clips so it's like a clip that's a fast clip and then a clip that's a slow clip instead of just like timing the speed. And I'm hoping that you might be able to do the zoom blur and stuff to like make this really red effect. But I mean, yeah, I don't really know how else it would work on something like iMovie or something on your phone. But yeah, if you use Final Cut and you wanted a tutorial, here you go. Or if you just wanted to see what I like to do, that's it. So yeah, I'll try not to drag this out any longer. Hopefully that helped you guys, and yeah, I'll see you later.